3-1, straight from the kick-off. Haaland goes up the other end and scores. That was just unbelievable to watch. But I go back to, and I hope I'm right on this, I remember when Liverpool and Man City were going for the league in about 2013, I think Man City drew a game at home to Sunderland who were in the relegation battle. And they scored late on, and it still felt like 2 points dropped, but that point actually won them the league. Now, we won't know how important that point is until the end of the season. But
the Nasri equaliser you're thinking of?
Yeah, it was very late, and it still felt like a big result for Liverpool. They're dropping points, but it could have been better. Who knows if it'll be that for Arsenal.
Right,
but
here's the numbers then. So that point for Manchester City moves them on to 71. They can still get to 83. That is the magic number. 84 will get Arsenal to the title. Simply for them, win those 3 remaining games, and they are home and hose. And they can't look at any other way, can they, Thierry?
Yeah, that's what I said to you. We can see that Man City dropped 2 points tonight, but you can't start to think, okay, now maybe there's no maybe. Win your games. Like I said to you, I'm worried for the West Ham one. Like I was worried for City with the Everton one. So do not look at what City are doing right now, because it is in your hand. Win your games, you win the title.
It's funny how you're Arsenal, sat at home, wouldn't it? It would be such a strange sort of feeling.
You've got to be delighted, haven't you? Your rival has dropped points.
Of course, but
else.
To see City come back like that, I'd be like, ugh, could have been even better. But listen, it's a great night for them, of course it is. Yeah, but it's just... Oh wow!
It's back in their hands, isn't it? Because
that's the most important thing.
It wasn't.
You don't need to look at what City are doing. It's in your hands.
Yeah, and of course Arsenal have to watch Manchester City go through this all over again on Saturday. It's going to be emotional, isn't it? 3 goals in a short space of time in that second half, when Everton just found another gear, roared on by Hill Dickinson Stadium. And this is how it leaves us now. City 5 points behind Arsenal, so with 1 game in hand. Put simply, Arsenal, if they win those final 3 games, they will be champions for the first time in 22 years. Right, let's get into the analysis on an amazing...
Out there, especially in that second half, it was very lively, but you come away with a point. How do you reflect on the performance tonight?
Really good. Player standing first half. Really, really good. We get a lot, and we're so tight, so difficult physicality in second half. They make a step up. We were maybe not as much aggressive to control, and after, of course, we give away the goal. But after they come back and they make a proper English game, and so aggressive in the duels, and but in general we make a really good performance.
What did you make of the first half in particular? Because Manchester City had so much possession, but how difficult were Everton to break down until, of course, Jeremy Doku got his goal?
Yeah, they were more difficult for them break down, right? They have 1 chance, So more difficult for them than for us. I think we were outstanding. So we arrived by line a lot in shoots and chances. And it's not easy because they play defensively so well with 10 players there, transition with Beto, with Dosbury Hall. And yeah, so we take the point, and until it's over, we can continue.
At 1-0 up, there was a challenge from Michael Keane onto Jeremy Doku. What did you make of that?
Okay, your pundits can say it.
Second half changed, obviously, Everton getting the goal. Where do you feel the differences were then in terms of how open the game was compared to the first half?
No, as a momentum, they were more aggressive. We had, in general, we were good in our process, and we arrived. Jeremy was outstanding in the left side, and we create a lot. We arrive a lot, and unfortunately, we could not capitalize, especially in the first half, that we did it. So Everton away always is difficult. And I give credit to them for his composed aggressivity and step up, and nothing to say.
How pleased are you with the fight back, though, from your team to get something from the game, get a point? We don't know what this will mean in the title race, but a point will be... Does it look like a positive to you, or obviously...
No, it's better than lose, so we better win, and we play for that, and it just show what the team they are. No, we tried, and everything, the players who come up, they were aggressive, so we have done it.
In terms of the title race then, does it still feel like a blow to you, this performance, this result, sorry?
Well, now it depends on our hands. Before that game was in our hands, in the hands of Arsenal as well, but in our hands now no. So what we have to do is the 4 games, 4 games that we have in the Premier League. So next Brentford, and they will be quite similar because the competitors are good, and we'll see what happens.
Do you still have to go to every game now, though, with that belief that you can still do it?
Yeah, of course. Like we came here.
Pep, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Because they've done it so many times before, haven't they? And if you're looking for a positive from a Manchester City perspective, Thierry, would you actually, or could you actually argue that they got the hardest one out of the way?
That's the one I thought, like I said to you, Dave, before at the top of the show, where I thought that they were going to drop points against Everton. I'm going to go back to Arsenal, and I said it again, where I think we can also drop points. Hey, but if you think about it, as he said, they come back into the game. You can see he has to be positive because they still have plenty of points to play. But like I said, the only thing that changed, and he said it, is that now it is in Arsenal hands only.
Yep, and they've only got 1 away game left. Another positive from a City perspective.
Yes, maybe, but it's a tough game. You talk about that. Thierry felt that could be the toughest game. I mean, that's equally as tough going to Bournemouth away. We've highlighted Bournemouth on this show tonight, in great form. But actually, from an Arsenal point of view, tonight's all about the league. I get that, but I think that tomorrow. Can you imagine that stadium tomorrow? The excitement. Yes, they're in a different competition, but the excitement from Arsenal fans, the energy that'll be in that stadium. Get to a Champions League final. The league's in your own hands with how long to go? 2 or 3 weeks to go. But if Arsenal win that game away, next Sunday they've won the league. The league's won. I think that's what it's on. If they beat West Ham, it's on. They beat Burnley, absolutely no problem at home. I think it's on West Ham away. And then, as I said, if Manchester City would have to win maximum points then to take it to the last day. But I think if they win at West Ham away, the league's won.
Well, what a big game that is for Arsenal this coming Sunday. One other incident just to clear up. We had a look at all the incidents, don't they? And
yes,
check whether it's going to be a red card or not. And they were happy to stick with the on-field decision of a yellow card. The bigger significance of that, Jamie, would be the game situation. They were 1-0 up at that point. Everton going down to 10 might have made things a little bit easier for them.
Oh, listen, if that was a red card, the game would have been over, you would imagine. But I think it's a yellow. Listen, I understand it's not a great challenge. It's a little bit out of control. But it's probably in between a yellow and a red. But it's not enough for a red for me. So I think a yellow card's the right decision.
It stayed 11-11 and it finished 3 apiece after. But not offside until he actually interferes with the opponent. This is the wording on that law. A player will be penalised for offside if they are preventing an opponent from playing or being able to play the ball by clearly obstructing the opponent's line of vision. I think we can say he didn't do that. Challenging an opponent for the ball. No? Clearly attempting to play a ball which is close when this action impacts on an opponent, or making an obvious action which clearly impacts on the ability of an opponent to play the ball. Does he do any of those?
No, it was the right decision. Obviously, he goes and speaks to the linesman, Michael Oliver, but they got to the right decision. It's just a really bad mistake from Mark Gay, who's been absolutely outstanding, hasn't he, since he's come to Manchester City. And the thing about it is, he looks away in disgust even before he's had the shot. He knows it's a huge mistake.
Is it the right thing going back? Is it the wrong thing going back? Should he actually turn away, Jamie? What would you be doing in that situation?
Yeah, he can keep... Listen, you can't make a mistake like that at this level of football. It's a simple pass. Yes, he could maybe turn the other way, but... I mean, that is a pass he will play another 10,000 times. Not 100, 10,000, and he will not do that.
To be fair to him, he had 2 outstanding blocks also to stop, to stop Everton scoring.
The noise levels were cranked up. We talked before.
This is one of sort of the great days or great nights at this new stadium. But, I mean, the lack of pace from Kovacic there was a little bit startling.
What an assist for Merlin Roll there.
Yeah, he get the assist. It was a miss of a shot.
He had a really good game, though,
He did really well.
Yeah,
but listen, Barry's there, isn't he?
When it's your night?
Yeah.
It's your night.
And he's the type of guy, Barry, isn't he? I mean, we've said all season, every time you see him, you just want to give him a hug, make sure he's all right.
But
you know
tonight
what I mean?
he would.
Yeah. And listen, it hasn't gone as well as he would have liked, but we can see he's on side there. He reacts well, finishes it well. And at 3-1, you do think that is game over and title over. I mean, I think Mikel Arteta was already getting his bottles of champagne for David Moyes. They were already getting sent, they were getting wrapped.
He still has to sort his feet out, doesn't he, there, Thierry Henry? Because there's that little deflection and he manages to...
Got to be there.
Got to be there.
He was there.
Controls
taps it in.
I want to see the rest of that celebration. But this is actually from the kickoff, which is incredible. Do they just go to sleep, Everton, here?
I love what Kovacic does, though. Forward. Look. Can I see my guy? Yes. Straight away. There's no need to go to on the outside or whatever. Can you see Alan straight away? And obviously they play that pass because they are losing, because they need to score. But you know how many times that's on for Alan in games?
Simple.
So many times, and you go left, right. But because you have to go forward, you went forward. Control in front of him, pass the ball.